Hello farmers, welcome back to my channel. This is Shek My Love, and today we are going to look at things that you should consider or you should look into before you even go ahead and purchase your first batch. Now these are layers. They are 255 buds. Now they are 6 days, and look at how they are looking like layers. Now it means I have good breeds. Anyway, one thing that you should put in count or you shouldn't neglect is choosing a good supplier. Now, how do you choose a good supplier? Of course, you will not just wake up and then you support everyone on your village or in your village just because they are doing chicks. It will cost you a lot. You have to go ahead and do your research. Do your research. I emphasize this because lots of people are making losses because they are just supporting each and everyone, like everyone they find. You have to go ahead and make inquiries, ask people around, compare 3 or 2 suppliers or 5 suppliers for you to get the best supplier, because it is really important. It's better you actually go for quality than going for quantity. Number 2, set up a good brooder or a proper brooder. Now a good brooder, you can see this, it consists of it has to be, of course it has to be well aerated. Enkoko zo butaziyira. It has to be with paper, like brooder papers, for them not to eat the husks, okay, or the wood shavings, whatever you use. It has to be clean. You have to put in count that you have to clean it, or kujamo yo kalimbwe. It has to be warm, not cold, because they are like babies, so you have to make sure it is safe. And yeah, you have to use the stoves or the pots that are safe. These are the stoves that I'm using. They are really safe. Omuyoteguja outside, they can't burn the chicks, they cannot fall in. So yeah, the brooder has to be enclosed. But one thing you should understand or you should put in count, the more they grow, the more you expand. Okay, so these are 250. This, after like 1 month, they are going to be like, they will not be fitting in this brooder. Okay, so I have to expand it. You have to set up a good brooder. And number 3, you have to monitor the mortality rate. Okay, because it can just cost you all your money in just a blink. In just one day you can lose. I'm rearing 250. In just one day you can lose like 50 birds. 50 birds, imagine. So you have to monitor it. By monitoring it, you have to make sure you're getting the birds from the better supplier or a good supplier. They have to be vaccinated. You have to feed them well. You have to do all the right things. And through monitoring them, you have to be having, you have to set up a good brooder. These things are in order. You cannot skip one. Okay. Another thing that you should you should put in count or you should consider, you should never miss vaccinations. You should never postpone vaccinations. If they tell you have to vaccinate Gombolo between this and this day, you have to vaccinate Gombolo between that day, because if you miss, that means you're going to interfere with the next vaccination, because these birds, they have several vaccinations, and every vaccination is taken on a specific day, on a specific week, in a specific week. Another thing that you should consider is observing a proper feeding plan to avoid like stunted chicks or malnourished like birds. Now, for starters, some of you there, you think some of you think the feed that we give these birds on day 1 or in the first week, the second week, the third week is the same feed that we give them in the 4th week, in the 5th week, 16th week. Like, it's a process. For starters, on day one, between day one and between day one and 6 months, like 6 weeks or 5 weeks, you have to give them pellets. I know pellets is so expensive, like for the young or for the chicks, it's so expensive, but you cannot give broken to a day one chick. It means it's going to die. So it is so expensive. So some people just want to buy past that cost, and then they just bring any kind of feed and they feed their birds. No, it's not like that. It is a process. At 6 weeks, you give them you mix different food concentrate, food formulas are different, the vaccinations are different, like the way they live are different, the care is different. So you have to always observe a proper feeding plan to avoid stunted chicks. Another thing that I would like to talk about that people ignore a lot is the hygiene. The hygiene matter a lot. Make sure the shoes that you use inside here, they don't go outside. Make sure the chicken coop is well treated. Actually, a month before, you have to treat it like five times. Every week you have to be spraying it, you have to be putting pesticides, because once they come, ngamlemu germs inside here, it's going to be another case. And don't allow people to come in your brooder or at your farm if you're not trusting their routes and all that. If you want someone to if someone wants to visit you, of course you have to provide them with the shoes. Like shoes, they have to use inside. So yeah.